It's definitely one of those days when Michael Gove's saying, no, we're human, we haven't made any mistakes. But chucking Nick Hancock under the bus, there's King Fatfingers having a big, major Endgame problem today, as well as the beautiful game, and then poor Nigel Farage. I'm a celebrity. Can I have more screen time, please? Oh, hello, you wrong, and it's just going slightly mad today. I mean, have you been following what's going on? I mean, you can't keep grips on it. Tony Blair saying everybody's got to have a digital ID. Tony, where have you been, man? Look at the hair on him. War criminal. Do you need me to prove that? Where's the weapons of mass destruction, T, mate? So today, what I'm going to bring to you is the Endgame response. Poor King Charles. Not only has he got sausage fingers, but he's now got another book to deal with today. But, I mean, I decided not to buy it this time round. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to buy it because the newspapers are giving us enough. And the newspapers are saying, actually, there's not much new stuff in this. Is this just like a part 2 to part 1? Finding Freedom, or finding me notes from the last book, and I can just regurgitate them as another book and make a few bob. Now, I did look at buying it, and it's half price. It's half price on the day of release. Now, I don't know that much about publishing, but I know one thing. If you're making it half price on the day of release, that's either so it storms up the charts, so they can go, oh, it's a bestseller. Yes, number 1, bestseller, £11. Thank you very much. But there's nothing new in there, so there's nothing to buy. I might listen to it on one of the streaming services when I have 14 hours spare. Right. So by the time we get to the weekend, it'll be today's newspapers, tomorrow's chip paper, as someone once said. Will it stay in the news cycle? Nah, very much doubt it. Everybody's attacking it. So Endgame. But poor King Charles, not only has he got the fattest fingers in the world ever, but I kind of worked out how they're going to softly transition the royal family. Now, this rumour where they're saying, well, King Charles III is going to stay until his 80th, and then young Prince William, who'll be 49 at the time, will take over. No, I don't think it's going to quite be like that, because remember, the powerful plan for 3 generations, everybody else plans for a Saturday night. So King Fatfingers will be obviously looking at this with Queen Camilla, not the Queen, but Queen Camilla, and deciding, well, if I stay until Prince George is 18, then that cuts Howie out of the game completely. He may be a blood prince, but it means that when George gets to 18, then Harry has no bearing, no relevance, and probably not a wife called Meghan at that point, because it's 80 years away. Now, the George ascendancy will mean that Charles will be 83, William will be 49, and George will be 18. And at 18, it starts to go to Prince William, the Prince of Wales's children. So I think that's the plan. This may be an Endgame book, but I think the royal family will do what they've always done. And yes, I know it's a well-hackneyed phrase now because everybody uses it, but never complain, never explain. They're not going to do any of that. They're just going to keep paddling furiously. And, if that's the best... By the way, I'm not being eyebrows-ist, but what's going on with author Omid Scobie and those things that are above his eyes? I stare. Now, it's very rude to stare, as my mum used to tell me, but Omid Scobie's eyebrows, are they like carpet pieces? What are they? The last time I saw something like that, it was in Captain Scarlet. Or even Stingray. It was Mario Vision. It was like... Now, I've had to ask my girlfriends, what's going on? They said, there'll be 3D eyebrows. And I said, what on earth are 3D eyebrows? And they said, they were a trend once. Everybody had like 3D eyebrows, so it looks as if they were sticking out from their face. And I said, well, that's what eyebrows are meant to do. Stop the sweat from running down into your eyes. Maybe you should use white chili. Footballers do before you start. They do. If you put a bit on your eyebrows, it makes the sweat run down the side. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But I still don't know what they are. They're the funniest thing. They look like carpet caterpillars. And they're shaped very oddly. Now, I'm not judging anyone for their eyebrows. I've got better things to do. I don't judge anyone. But please, if somebody thinks that's the epitome of beauty, ask Stevie Wonder. So, Endgame, half price, royal family, no Endgame. They will keep doing what they've always done until Charles is 83. I think he'll stand aside once George is 18, and then Harry is gone. And whoever's with him. Won't be a wife in 8 years. Should have found another billionaire somewhere. Have you... Well, it's a straight question, but have you seen what the International FA Board are proposing? There's a meeting going on right now as I speak. What they've decided to do is they're going to put VAR on corners and free kicks. And they're proposing that a game of football could last another half hour. I mean, me Bovril and me meat pie would be freezing cold by the end of a football game. 2 hours? 2 hours? I mean, they're saying that, well, you know, sometimes we get it wrong. But that's part of the joy of our national game, the beautiful game. And they go, well, we need to get it right. Our FA, that's Football Association, are against it. But the International FA Board, who are they when they're at home? I've never heard of them before. And all of a sudden it's like Europe saying, hey, England, right, do this. What? Who are they? Well, they're Europe, they can do that. And seemingly, we thought that our Football Association ran the football game in this country. So who on earth are the International FA Board? And they're saying free kicks and corners will be subject to VAR. They're killing it. They are ruining the beautiful game. So why not have AI referees? Why not have AI do it? Because it's come on leaps and bounds over the last 6 months. Give it another 6 months and there'll be human beings walking around going, yeah, that's definitely a corner. I am joking, of course, but before they get rid of VAR, maybe consider this. This is English. We invented the game and rugby. But we don't want American football where they wear shoulder pads because they're girls and where they start chucking yellow flags at each other when they think there's been an infringement. We don't want that stopping the game. Can you imagine? David Beckham on free kicks. Oh, wait a minute, lads. No, VAR. No, you're knocked out. The minute the refs start chucking yellow flags and saying, no, we shall consult VAR, is just ludicrous. It's absolutely... People are getting involved where they shouldn't be meddling. Talking of which, just a quick thought. If VAR starts to get things wrong, so say it's in a World Cup qualifier and England have to score 1 goal to go through. They have to win and have to win by 1 goal to go through. And we score a goal, as has happened in World Cup matches, and VAR goes, no, don't stand. Can we then sue whoever organises the World Cup? Because it's being replayed, it's being revisioned, and it's being re-looked at. And if they get it wrong, when everybody at home can see that the ball has crossed the line, do we sue them? Are we now just going to get lawyers involved where lawyers shouldn't be involved? And the beautiful game is just sullied? Or is this just people wanting power over our beautiful game? And talking about beautiful games, or beautiful tasks, if you wish, I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Poor Nigel Farage. Well, we'll start with Grace Dent. 3 things. Grace Dent, she's legged it. Decided, I've had enough. I'm going home. I hear something to do with an eating disorder that Grace may have admitted in the past to having a particular eating order. Is that why? Because the food wasn't of a good enough standard? She was voted on by the public to go and do a task. A Bush took a task and she just went, oh, no, I'm a celebrity. I'm not even waiting around for the answer. I'm off. 9 days, and she's left for medical reasons. Now, I understand that people will say, no, we can't reveal those medical reasons, Adrian. In the age of GDPR, we're not going to tell you. All right, that's fine. Don't care. 125 grand she's trousered from 9 days, just kind of wandering around aimlessly. 9 days, 125 grand. Nice work if you can get it. And then if you've got Nigel Farage. I mean, Nigel Farage, not 125 grand. I'm hearing, now it's between either $1 million or 1.5 million. But Nige, it's only 3 weeks and they're airbrushing him out of the airtime, seemingly. He's a bit upset because he wanted to do more Bush Tucker trials. He wanted to show the real Nigel Farage. He's getting a shed load of money. And all of a sudden, 3 weeks for doing that. Nice work, Nige. And who is Nella Rose? She's being set up, definitely. She's arguing about that. I mean, this is 2023, and you never know what you can and can't say. People are saying, oh, I just want to say the right thing, do the right thing. Well, you're not allowed, because somebody somewhere will go, oh, no, that's hate speech. No, you can't say that. So there's Nella saying that Nigel is racist. And Nigel went, who said that then? Ah, that's all over the internet. Oh, so it must be true then, he says. And now she's saying, as Gen Z, it's reverse sexism, if there is such a thing. And she's saying male campmates should be out hunting for food. Nella, go on. Why don't you run about the jungle a bit? I'm not going to be fattest. I'm not going down that route. But how can a woman accuse somebody else of racism because she feels it's her place? And how can she now do reverse sexism? Is it that she's being set up so that everybody is arguing and everybody believes that I'm a celebrity, get me out of here is a good watch?